This is a Stinker Madness special episode. We did it. We saw Noah.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
And yeah, that's what we did. We had a bad movie field trip this week, and oh my fucking god, how is this not like
6% of critics or 77% of critics on Rotten Tomatoes are on board with this thing?
6% are on board?
76.
Oh fuck!
But like 68. It's like 40 some odd percent of users. People that actually watched it are mostly confused.
It has got a 68 Metacritic score on IMDb and a 7 for users on IMDb.
I'm surprised it's 7 on users because mostly its user feedback or like the just viewer feedback has been pretty terrible. But the fact that critics like this is just like, okay, just because Darren Aronofsky made it doesn't make it good.
No.
It's terrible.
What would you like to say, Jackie?
I would just like to apologize to those people that were in the theater with me when I burst out laughing at the most appropriate spot ever.
I have nothing to apologize for.
I cracked the egg.
Fuck that.
Because you didn't laugh until I did. I did the nose. I did the...
I apologize to them for their sad state of life that they must be living in, for them to not laugh out loud in this movie in the theater. Like,
I think that they were beyond it, because when we were walking out, did you see those people that were like...
It might have been ground zero for them!
No, that when we were walking out, I was looking at some of the people that hadn't got into the aisle yet, and there was like people just kind of like shaking their heads at each other like, what the fuck did we just watch?
No, you might be onto something, because I gave it a good try to like let the theater clear out after the black screen, and then written and directed by Darren Aronofsky. And I think we made it to the third credit before I was like, bail. Are you guys ready to bail? And there was still a shitload of people sitting in their seats going, all kind of like, either they were stunned by how amazing
they were they were shaking their heads, or they were like, it was like they just went to a Gallagher show and they were in the front row and they were just like getting the watermelon off of them still.
They looked like they were electrified. They were just going, oh, oh, oh.
It seemed a genuine scene of distress to me. The people in the theater with us were distressed at the end of that film.
I don't know. I mostly notice old people, and they were just kind of like, what? What? They kind of have this confused look on their face, like, I was expecting another, what was that Christ movie?
Passion of the Christ. Sure,
yeah.
Which is just a stag film. But fine, people liked it, whatever. It is just 2 hours of a guy getting tortured. That's a stag film.
But this one had some magic.
Magic! My very first note is Magic Rocks.
Magic rocks. I don't remember the magic rocks specifically.
Well, they're rock lobster people, but they're the magic rocks in the ground, the shiny bullshit that explodes.
Like leftover.
Oh, how they made fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything, because that's...
Did they actually ever make fire with the shiny rocks?
Yeah,
that's how Noah made fire.
In the
He made every other thing with it, too.
He had it in a hat box.
It was kind of more... It seemed like that scene where he made the fire with the magic rocks was more of like a MacGyver thing, like, I have a clever second use for these magic rocks that glow.
Well, that fire wasn't just for fire.
With them.
It actually made the smoke that put all the animals to sleep, which does not happen.
Oh, fuck.
I thought she was...
I'm not ready to get into the animals. I am so not ready.
Well, I know.
I thought that she had ground up all these herbs.
Go back to... Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's go back to the beginning, because there's just so much.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Well, no, in the beginning of the movie, there was
Which does not happen in this movie. At no point does God create the heavens and the earth. It does, but they never say that. The very first words of the Bible don't exist in this movie.
Was this...
Kept waiting for it, didn't happen.
And I don't remember now. Was the first shot Satan, the snake?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or was it the fruit? No, it might have been, because the sequence snake. Kept going over and over again.
Yeah, I think that it was just a shot of the snake was the first shot in the movie, and then it was a shot
the only thing
of
I
an
liked
apple
in this
that
movie,
really looks a lot like a pomegranate.
The only thing I liked in this movie was Satan.
I thought
he
it was
looked
actually a
badass.
very.
I thought he was a sharp-looking snake.
I didn't think that was. I thought it was a corny looking snake.
I thought he was awesome looking.
I thought he was kind of corny looking.
God
It was
damn it.
corny.
The
It was
whole movie's
definitely
fucking corny,
a
but-
fake snake.
What
Yeah.
you think?
My favorite part of this movie.
This is different from the Beastmaster for one very
They didn't
specific
throw
reason.
any ferrets at brick walls
They didn't drop any
PETA,
eagles out.
PETA is all about this movie.
because there's not one real animal in it.
No animals existed in this movie. None. It is every single animal is CGI.
Well, I knew the first animal that we saw was CGI because it was a lizard dragon dog.
Yes, that
No,
is
the first
true.
animal was
Dino
the
dog.
fake snake. The second animal was the
Dino dog.
armadog.
Armadillo dog, yeah.
Yeah,
Dilla dog.
Dylan dog.
Dylan dog. It's a movie.
Dylan dog is a movie, which may not end up on here because we're all afraid of it.
May or may not have anything to do with Noah's Ark or Noah. But Jesus, fuck.
So Martin Sokus shows up as Lamech, father of Noah. Martin Sokus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh god damn it, Martin Sokus is gonna once again get sort of he's ending up in the credits, getting his day rate. When's this guy gonna get a role? And then about 20 minutes later, I was like, thank God, Martin, you got out of this thing none too soon.
I don't really give a shit about that. What
I was
give a
just
shit
happy
about
for him. I was like,
is that
sweet, you got out of this movie.
Him and his dad are out there doing their farming business, dirt farming.
They were hunting and gathering.
Hunting dirt.
No, they weren't even hunting. He was just gonna touch him with the evil.
Yeah,
He's gonna
they-
touch him with the snakeskin hand.
doing some bullshit. They're out there doing bullshit, and then all of a sudden, mid bullshit, there's an entire army standing next to him. Like, no, like, hey, did you guys hear the entire army? Did you see? Did you bother to turn around ever and be like, holy shit, the entire army is here? No, they're just like,
Excuse me.
we're bad guys. Could you stop doing your bullshit so we can kill you? Nobody got that?
No, because they were sitting.
I don't know why the bad guys showed up.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's just go wander the wasteland and look for some people's day.
Right, we should
to
back this
fuck up.
We should back this up because mankind's devilish ways has spread across Pangea. Which, did anybody get Pangea?
I got Pangea.
You're supposed to get Pangea. That's not what Pangea was shaped like.
No.
At all. Nor was anybody able to cross Pangea. So, let me get this straight. Noah, or Methuselah, it says in the movie, is 6 generations away from
Adam.
the Garden of Eve. Yeah, Adam and Eve. 6 generations. I understand that in the Bible it says that they live for fucking 600 years or whatever.
About 900 each of one of them.
I understand that. That's all fine and good. That's all fine.
Honestly,
that's all fine and good. Pangea, there's a shot of not Pangea, but it's supposed to be Pangea, that is covered by mankind's evil. The spread of mankind's evil. Now,
Just the
that's
children of Cain
6
specifically.
6,000 years by your math. 6 times 900, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. 6,000 years.
Yeah.
We didn't leave Africa for 10,000 years because we couldn't create enough people to move. But the entire world is covered by people?
Well, I mean, it's magic. That's the first thing you wrote down. To
Yeah,
be
like the
honest,
magic
like
sword.
because this.
So all
movie
they were
is-
doing was fucking. That's all mankind is doing. They don't even have time to rape and pillage. It's just the
Well, let's
rabbits.
think about it.
We're-
You live for
every
900
time we
years.
spit out a child, there's another 9 of them with
You live for 900 years. It's like you're 30 for 500 years. That's a lot of baby making right there. It's a lot of baby making. You make babies for
The proof is in the pudding. We're not going to get into the science of shit,
Imagine
but
the
the
science.
vagina on one of those women. It would just be hanging there like 2 flops of hammered out meat.
That's probably one of the other uses of the glowing magic rocks is vaginal rejuvenation.
it's like the machine
Rub it on
in
there.
Star
No,
Trek.
you just stick it in there and it does its
You
thing.
just hover it around the area and it heals. There's no need to touch. Anyways, the science of the Noah story is just so bad. I would really I need to be controlled on this because I hate the story of Noah so much because of its plot holes.
Well, it's only like 4 chapters
Somebody
long.
needs to keep me focused on how bad this movie is, and I would like to have this podcast just be about not whether the story of Noah is stupid or not. This movie is stupid.
Yeah, this movie had magic.
Well-
I love the fire sword that saved all the lava rock crab people.
Where was that later? Like,
Yeah.
Methuselah as a character is shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, these
Terrible in
people
this
were
movie.
rushing the boat. Where's the sword then?
Let's get into that. Let's
Okay,
get into
wait,
that
wait,
a little
wait,
bit later.
let's
We
get
were on
into
Dino Dog.
So
and,
we just
Pangea.
We haven't even gotten to the point where Russell Crowe is in the movie yet.
No, well, no.
He's
Martin
not hunting
Sokus-
the gathering.
Wait,
No,
wait a
Martin
minute.
Sokus gets. We need to. Martin Sokus,
Martin Sokus.
Lamech. Sorry,
His
called
dad
Lamech.
wasn't Russell Crowe? I
It
thought
was-
Russell Crowe played his dad and
No, it was Martin
Noah.
Sokus.
Those guys look eerily similar.
Yeah.
No, I was actually because I was like, oh man, that looks a lot like him. Who'd they get? And I was like, holy shit, that's Martin Sokus. I guess if you just put the right color hair on there and the beard, it's gonna work out okay. I think they have similar noses.
I thought it was Russell Crowe.
I thought it was Russell Crowe too, with a whole bunch of hair
So
pulled over his
am I the
eyes.
only person here that knows who Martin Sokus is?
I think so.
I think so.
Martin Sokus is Lord of the Rings, which will come back into play later. What in the Hobbit specifically? Not in the Hobbit. He's Gandriel's husband. What is her name? Gadriel's husband.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah.
The skinny blonde dude?
No. Well, I mean, all the elves are blonde, but he's
Galadriel.
Gadriel is whatever.
No, Galadriel.
Is it Galadriel?
Yeah, the elf queen.
Of
Wood
the
elf
Wood
queen.
Elf Queen, yeah.
Yeah, of Lothoriel.
Yes. He's not in the actual movies, but he's in the extended cuts.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name?
Martin Sokus.
No.
What is his name? I can't remember. his character.
Moving on.
Anyway, that's Martin
How about
Sokus.
that? Wouldn't have guessed that in a million years. So that was the same guy.
Also in Kingdom of Heaven, he was Guy,
Sure.
the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he was also
Looks just like Russell Crowe in this movie.
in one of the Bourne Identity. I think he's. I can't remember which Bourne Identity movie he's in, but he's one of the assassins in the Bourne Identity.
I didn't have a problem with it being Russell Crowe. Like, why would you get some? Now I'm kind of pissed off about that wasn't Russell Crowe because
When we were watching it, I was pissed off because I was like, when is Martin Sokus going to get another good role like he got?
That's what
in-
you were thinking in the previews. Like, oh, I'm watching the preview for Captain
No, I'm not
America.
watching the
This
preview.
looks exciting, but what about that Martin Sokus?
No, when we're seeing him on screen, when he's about to touch him with the evil snake skin, which is somehow good thing to do. I don't even fucking know what that's all about.
Oof.
That'll come back into play later.
Right.
When he's doing that, I was like, oh, he's gonna be in the movie. And I'm like, oh shit, he's not. And then I was like, good job, you're not in the movie. Anyway,
I really just don't give a fuck
so
about
anyway,
Marcus
so
Sokus.
then some guy that, which I thought was a nice piece of filmmaking, that they really you never get a good look at the guy's face, who's the young Tubal Cain, kills Lamech.
Right.
And then
Which is
young Noah.
the end of, like, it's Cain and Abel all over again. Sure, great, whatever. They're all inbreds, right? They're
Yeah.
all inbreds.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they are. Anyway, he kills him. Noah runs off, and then we finally.
Which nobody can see Noah. He's there in some rocks. Nobody can see him, yet he's got perfect view. He's like 10 feet away. Nobody can see me. Then runs off. He's in front of the rocks when he sees his dad die. He turns around, and suddenly he's behind the rocks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then the Tubal Cain guy takes the snake skin from Lamech, and it doesn't work on him. He's
Is
like
there
tries to use
powers? Does
Yeah,
the
'cause remember-
snake skin have powers?
it. Yeah, it did. Remember it glowed when it was on
It
Lamech?
glows. Sure, that's neat.
And then he was gonna touch Noah with it.
Yeah,
and,
you
give
can,
him.
you can make somebody else's finger glow.
Yeah, like E.T.
But what does it do per se?
My only fucking idea here is that it has something to do with free will. Because
Like, you suddenly
that
get
is
free will?
the skin of Satan.
You suddenly get free will.
But I don't understand why, like...
You don't have free will before.
I don't know!
Well, he's like, it's your responsibility now, and then he touches him with his skate skin.
He doesn't. He never gets to. He gets killed by the other guy, and the other
Well,
guy
I'm
takes
saying
it.
at the end.
Oh,
wait.
well,
If I was to make decisions about this movie, I would be like, the snakes. We should have snake skin, and if you touch the snake skin, you become bad. Like you get
That's
you
what I
get
would
the original
think.
sin passed
You
down.
get the
but it's
original
like,
sin passed
but
down.
we want the snakeskin for Noah's family. Like that's ours.
Or perhaps
Why?
the
They
child.
were trying to wipe out Noah's line.
I get
Seth,
that,
the
but
line
why
of
does
Seth, yeah.
why does Noah want the snakeskin? Like, oh, it's his privilege and blah, blah, blah.
Maybe it's
You
like
get
the
to
only
have
family
glowing
heirloom
arms.
they had. And like they
Perhaps
were like, hey,
that
that's my
line-
dad's snakeskin, and it was his dad's before him, like a gun or something.
Is able to. It's, I don't know. I still don't know like what's going on there.
Maybe a medallion.
Maybe they're able to contain original sin. Maybe it is sort of free will and all of that nonsense. But either way, it doesn't work for the other guy. It doesn't glow. So he just takes it and sort of covets it, and we don't see
He
it
just
again
wears
for
it
a while.
around his neck, like a
Yeah,
fancy
like an idiot.
Hermes scarf.
And then Noah runs off, and then I think there was some sort of bullshit montage, and all of a sudden
Noah's an adult with
Noah's
3 children.
an adult with 3 children, and Jennifer Connelly is his wife. And they're,
She's still really pretty.
yeah.
I think she's still really pretty.
There was a good vein boob going thing. I saw that.
Well, she's what 50,
And she has kids.
and she's got thunderous kazongas.
Yeah.
They're gonna.
I think
get-
I think she's had him reduced.
But I thought that this. I don't care whether she's a good looking woman or not. She was a really big deal a while ago as far as her acting skills, and I thought she was shit in this movie. I thought she could not deliver a line.
I thought she did pretty good.
I thought she was terrible.
I don't really know if anybody was good or bad. I was so sort of like, oh, what's going on?
Well, I think Russell Crowe was terrible, but
I just thought it was funny
Was he?
movie.
I would really.
was anybody good? Was anybody bad?
I think he was pretty bad. I think everybody was pretty bad.
I think everybody
I think
was.
that-
I thought the acting was fairly uniform.
Yeah, and I think that they were probably like, oh my god, I
think-
signed a contract to do this fucking piece of shit, and now they've thrown in some golem monsters and a flaming
I
sword.
think the acting was at about a 3.
She's not that old.
And the movie was at about a -7. So the movie weighed everything down so much that we just didn't notice how bad the acting was. The acting's shit. It's terrible.
Well,
But fine. That's fine. Bad
At least
acting
it was
does not make a
it
bad
was
movie.
uniform, so I don't think that anybody did any better than anybody else.
No, I think they all sucked. Who was the fucking kid? He's from somebody else. He played Ham.
Is he Percy Jackson? I don't know.
He is Percy
Is he-
Jackson.
I don't
He
know.
is Percy Jackson.
We're probably doing Tiki Barber facts right now.
No, I
Yeah.
think he is Percy Jackson. And like the whole movie, he just makes the stupid face and only had like the same stupid face and only had like 4 lines. He just went like, which nobody can see, but imagine me opening my mouth and making big eyes and going,
the oldest brother, he was also on Great Expectations, a BBC production that I watched on Netflix.
So he should have acting chops, and he didn't have any lines either. Let's get to the battle between
Whoa.
mankind and why mankind is so bad.
Because they
Because
polluted the earth and they've
before that,
Gotten
though,
all the-
something
We're skipping
happens.
over the part where they like
Now,
walk through and
something happens before all this.
yeah, they're mining all the rocks out,
No.
all the magic rocks.
Why man is so bad? Because they betrayed the angels. Right? Anybody don't remember the telling of why
The golems,
man is
yeah.
so bad? They're not golems, they're angels.
Yeah, angel
Sent
golems.
to
well,
mankind.
they're at
Sent because
Nephilim is what they are.
They're the Nephilim, right? Which why not just call them a Nephilim? Why call them
the Watchers.
Fuck,
I don't know.
But so they get sent to because in
They kinda look like a shitty Transformer.
Aronofsky's version, they're not rejected from heaven. They choose to contribute to mankind because they believe in mankind that much. So they get sent down to Earth, and mankind takes advantage of their kindness and then decides to destroy them, which we never find out why. Like, hey, we've given you this ability to industrialize yourself, and now you can make stone weapons, and
No, I
then we
believe
get thrown
that-
under the bus.
I thought that Cain was the first person to come up with bronze and iron. He was the first city builder. Like after he kills,
according to
after he
history
kills
in
Abel.
the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Oh,
we
yeah,
are
yeah.
only focusing on this movie. I'm seriously, don't get me started on the story of the Noah and the Bible. Gotta focus on this
So
movie.
anyway, the rock biters.
They're rock biters.
They're rock biters.
Transformer rock biters.
With a glowy eye.
The gloaty eye?
Glowy eye.
Gloaty eye. I am a rock monster. But why did mankind betray them? It seemed like they had a pretty sweet thing going on. Like, we'll tell you how to do all this shit. And then all of a sudden... And then mankind turned on us because we gave them shit.
Well, no, I think that they're made of the magic glow bullshit.
Yeah, they were.
So they were mining them,
But
basically.
there's also magic glow bullshit just in the ground.
Well, that was only in the spot that used to be Eden. And they were running out of that. That's that's the conversation between Tubal-Cain and Martin Sokus at the beginning of the movie.
I get that, but then there's glowy rock bullshit all over the place.
There's not. They're running out of glowy rock bullshit.
Fucking Russell Crowe sticks his hand in the ground and just like sloosh boxes his hand, and all of a sudden there's fucking glowy bullshit.
Yeah, but that's like the last place that there's glowy bullshit.
No, not there. Not there. Later when he's with his family.
He has to fill his hat box full of glowy bullshit.
When he's with his family, the kids in the after Dino Dog, they go back to talk to Jennifer Connelly, and he's like, I'll get some glowy bullshit, and he just reaches into the ground, and there's glowy bullshit 2 inches down from the soil that they're eating.
Well, that was supposed to be their territory, and Cain was supposed to stay on his own territory. Well, Cain had mined all of his, so now
he's mined the entire Earth other than Methuselah's mountain.
Right. So and they were at Methuselah's mountain, weren't they?
No, he comes back after the Dino Dog, and it's like there's people, there's man coming. We're also man, just so you know, but I better reach into the ground and grab some glowy shit.
Maybe he's still
I
an
understand
soldier.
what was played out at that scene. Get that. Later, digs into the earth, glowy bullshit.
Logan Lehman
There
was
is
in
glowy
fact
bullshit everywhere.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah, okay, great.
I just wanted to confirm that we are dealing with Percy Jackson.
What does that have to... Okay.
Well, we don't want to be Tiki Barbering it up too much.
Yay, it's... Okay. Good.
I'm upset that he didn't have more magic now.
Huh. Well,
Yeah, he's Percy fucking Jackson.
Percy fucking Jackson.
So...
And where's his magic ability? His girlfriend gets stuck in a fucking bear trap, and he's just like, no, and then she gets crushed.
Apparently, after he stole Zeus's lightning bolt, he didn't bring it to this fucking movie.
Yeah.
So, mankind kicks the ass out of the angels, the Nephilim, the Watchers.
The Watchers, as they were.
And the Watchers have to go to a place that's...
They sort of make their own area.
Their own area, which apparently is fucking huge, because...
Yeah, they got the area from
around
Seth's descendant using the magic fire sword
they
to
seems like,
scorch the earth.
No,
so that would be their little
seemed like
area.
they took a radius around the mountain that Methuselah
No, not... Yeah, well, a radius, sure.
Yeah.
But a large radius.
Sure.
Because it takes Noah and his
Well, it's
wife
a whole fucking
ways
planet.
to get there.
I mean, it's a whole planet.
It's a whole Pangea.
Pangea.
Yeah.
Ish.
Thing.
One green mountain.
But I think you're right. I think
Pangea.
that makes sense, because I didn't catch that the fire swords scorched the earth, and now the rock lobsters can live in that area.
Right, because nobody wanted anything from that area because it was supposed to be barren.
But glowy rocks could still be under there. Whereas, like, on the other side of the barren area, it looked pretty shitty too. Like, there's some burned out trees and some dirt, and that's about
that's
it.
one thing I noticed about this movie is they really played up that the place was polluted. They had
Like,
green
really
ponds,
lot of dirt,
like nuclear green ponds,
and not even dirt. It was like
chopped
like
down,
cold
like
dirt.
just chopped down trees, like all these trees that have been chopped down, and it was just nothing but dirt. There was really
It
no
wasn't
grass.
even dirt. It was like
Sand.
It was like coal. It was like ground up coal.
The rock that I can never think of that's all over Pocatello.
So here's my problem.
Lava rock.
So
Basalt.
again, going back to the covering the earth with people and decimating its condition. The Earth's pretty covered with people right now. Like we got about 6.5 billion, right? Six
I
and a
don't
half,
know.
maybe 7 billion now. We're up to 7. It's like it goes up by 500 million every year. Pretty industrialized. We got the cars and the plastic and carbon monoxide and the global warming and the trash heaps, and we've destroyed the oceans. our planet looks pretty fucking good compared to Noah's. Got about what do you think? Give me some estimates. 300,000 men live on Noah's planet. Let's go 5 million.
Maybe.
And they've got the ability to make stone tools.
No, they make iron and bronze at that point.
Fine. Iron and bronze.
And they were using there was iron tools in the movie.
And
Yeah.
they have destroyed the Earth worse than we have.
Yep.
With our 7.5 billion.
Well, that's in the movie, and so now I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
be
saying
it's
that
in the movie.
Went up by another half billion.
It's in the movie, so I can say it because it's not just part of the biblical reason why the earth is so fucked up. The blood of Abel has made the land infertile, and he is standing in the blood of Abel several times during the film.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that whether man became a bunch of assholes or not, we didn't have much of a choice. The blood of Abel just fucked up the whole planet.
Basically.
Fucked up the whole planet. That is a hard pill to swallow.
Because Cain was the gardener, and Abel was the shepherd. Well, I'm going back to the Bible, sorry.
Huh. Okay, so they get to the rock monster or the rock lobsters area, and great, they are now pals with the rock
Hey, they pick up a girl.
watchers. Oh, that's right, they pick up Emma Watson, who I thought was terrible in the movie. She has been stabbed in the tummy, which makes it so that she can't.
She has
breathe.
been stabbed basically directly into one ovary.
In concept, but in visual representation, she got one right about in the kidney. Little bit of distance away from the ovary. By about 10 inches.
It looked like an appendix scar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They
then...
appendicized her and they left her for dead.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
so
no.
you think that she's just dying. Oh, and she doesn't bleed at all. Did you notice that? Like, no, like, squirt. She's just got an open, festering wound, and then Noah slaps some Jennifer Connelly slaps
Some bullshit on it.
some dirt.
It made it
Rub
seem
some
like
dirt
she'd
in
been
it.
there for a while. She'd survived the initial stabbing.
She had, and now it's cauterized or clotted, and
Yeah.
she's good to go. with it
Well,
with
no, they
clot.
say that if she survives this fever, she'll live, but she'll never be able to bear children.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she was stabbed in the ovary.
She wasn't. She was stabbed in the kidney.
Well, let's just get on with it. It was supposed to be an ovary.
Uterus.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they pick her up. Now,
It was
now they've
a
got some more baggage.
antediluvian ovarian delight. Oh.
Heyo. So they pick her up and take her to the barren land.
I just
which
worked
the entire-
antediluvian into a joke. That's fucking fantastic. You guys are assholes.
Is that one of the places in Tatooine?
Antediluvian is pre-flood.
Oh. No, I can't talk. I just feel really stupid now.
No.
Antediluvian.
Antediluvian. It's A-N-T-E. Antediluvian, yeah.
That's a whole lot of word. Still feel really stupid. So they take they take all of the family to the burned out, barren rock lobster land.
Well, they weren't going to, but then they had to because they were being chased by bandits.
Right.
And it was their only
Right,
way
which,
to get through.
Now there's just roving hordes of bandits. Why aren't they? Shouldn't they all be with Kubla Khan? Like everybody is bad. Shouldn't everybody be centralized? At all. I didn't like that there was roving hordes of
Sand
bad
people?
men. Sand people, yeah. Yeah.
They'll be back in greater numbers.
They frighten easily, but they'll return.
They kind of do frighten easily because Noah is apparently the biggest badass that's ever fucking lived.
That's I got that for later.
beats
'cause
the shit
one of
out of
the
everybody.
title of the movie because he's like, you didn't watch Valhalla Rising, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did.
Yes,
He
I
was
did.
like on that level
Yeah, like
of one eye. He was like, if I have something in my hand, everybody around me is dead in under 2 seconds.
no, he's fucking Farmer from In the Name of the King. Like one
Oh,
day
yeah.
he's raking up fucking hay, and then all of a sudden, wah! Badass with a hoe.
I mean, when they kill the Armadoggo or whatever the fuck it is.
Dino Dog is what I got.
Armadoggo.
When they find it, like, oh, you found our kill. Which those guys didn't do a good job. when they fight, when they come across him, he totally badasses it up. So I think really from moment one, like, you see Russell Crowe for about 2 minutes, and then you know that Noah doesn't fuck around.
Yeah. He's all about saving the planet.
He's a badass.
He's all about saving the planet and only taking what you need.
And eating dirt.
Yeah.
But not animals.
Yeah. But you know what? If you fuck with him, he's just gonna fucking kill you. There's nothing in. It's like, thou shalt not kill. Well, we're gonna ignore that one for right now because, honestly, you killed my dogadillo.
Yeah. Unless you deserve it, then all of a sudden Noah's gonna fucking put some wrath all over your ass.
Oh, that's right. And they thought that eating the animals gave them power.
The man, not Noah. Man thought that.
Yeah. So
guy.
so that's why Noah didn't eat the animals.
So, which leads me to something I want to say.
They ate fucking dirt.
I want to say is
They ate dirt.
so.
That's right.
So, according to this movie, this has nothing to do with the Bible, but according to this movie, Noah and his family did not eat animals, whereas man did. So man was bad for eating the animals, and Noah protected. Now, God has decided that the animals, according to Noah, are the only things on the planet worthy of being alive. They're the only ones that are
Innocent.
undefiled
Innocent.
by
Yes. The evil of Cain.
the original sin.
Yeah.
Now, animals, I don't know if you've ever seen some of that Richard Attenborough shit, but it seems like animals eat the fuck out of each other.
Sure do.
Just tear the shit out of each other, and the sharks with the seals, and the seals flying through the air, and another shark jumps up in the air and is like, that's tasty seal.
I have to go here.
Wait, why aren't they?
And they eat people. Animals
And
eat
they
people.
fucking eat people.
They eat people.
They eat fucking people. But Noah doesn't eat animals, and he doesn't eat people, and he's bad. What the fuck? Seriously.
I have to go here because, we're not supposed to talk about the tale of Noah because you said not to, but versus putting them to sleep like happens in the movie. In the Old Testament, it's that he's also supposed to gather all manner of food. Like a bunch of animals.
Oh my god.
Zowie.
And who gets to be on ship patrol during this?
Percy Jackson!
Percy
he does
Jackson
a shitty
is
job!
shoveling shit, yeah. Yeah, he has to shovel
They're
shit.
like, and God says you have to stay alive on this boat because somebody's got to feed these animals and then pick up their shit.
Veterinary. Like, have you ever been to a fucking zoo ever? There's veterinarians everywhere trying to just keep these animals alive. Just like for 5 minutes. Animals want to die. Pandas will not fuck themselves to save their lives. Yet Noah, with his beard, can.
Magic rocks to help.
Magic rocks.
Magic
Put
rocks.
these fuckers to sleep. Put them to
Put the
sleep.
birds to sleep.
No, they put everything.
because
Everything
then the
shows
snakes
up
come
to
in.
sleep.
No, they show them at various points walking through with their magic, smoky bullshit that only puts animals
For
and not
40
people
days
to
and 40
sleep.
nights.
Yeah.
40 days and 40
And
nights.
then he says
No,
later-
they went ahead and
How long
no,
was
it's
Noah on
40,
the high seas.
40 days and 40 nights.
Oh, so Moses was also out in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights?
40 years.
Oh.
Or maybe it was 80 years.
Fuck.
I haven't looked that up in a while. I
The
don't
one thing
remember.
about the Bible is it likes to leave big gaps.
It does. It
what
does.
the fuck was going on during that time?
So it's suspended animation for these animals based off this movie.
Yeah, they just go to magic sleep. Which, honestly, the Old Testament is pretty magical.
I want to back up just a step. I want to talk about the animals for a little while.
Okay.
And we talked about this for a little bit when we saw the movie. So Noah gets to Methuselah, and great things happen, and we can go back to Methuselah whenever you guys want.
I don't think we need to. He just gives him the seed.
He gives him the seed.
Oh,
Well,
and he gives
and he's up there doing
Hermione-
fucking nothing.
Hermione Granger the ability to bear children.
That's later. That's much later. But I do want to mention.
But those are his two roles.
Now, Methuselah lives on the
And
mountain
to find
from,
a berry.
from Close Encounters. He lives on that mountain that's covered in
Sort
grass.
of.
Ayers Rock, essentially, is what he lives on. Devil's Peak, whatever you want to call it. What's he doing? What's he doing up there?
He is sleeping on jagged rocks.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's not like he had a little hut or anything built in there. It was
Didn't
like a
put
bunch
any
of
hay
really-
down.
He's got
A bunch of rocks.
So
He's wearing a couple of potato sacks.
couple potato sacks, and you are to infer that he still got the level 65 super awesome fire sword.
Yeah.
What's he doing up there?
He's sleeping on jagged rocks.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing up
So
there.
he's completely wasting everybody's time. Because he could just go down to Earth with the level 65 fire sword, stab it in the ground, all of the bad people are dead. Guess what? Now, oh, and I've also burned up Cain's blood. So plant there with this seed and live and be fertile.
You know
you
what?
don't need a fucking boat.
You know what he's doing? He's
Jacking it.
He's doing what every other wizard does.
Jacking it.
Jacking it and not helping the world with their power. Like, wizards are dickheads.
They are fucking
Wizards are
dickheads.
such dickheads. I'm gonna shut up on the mountain. You guys didn't like me, so I'm not gonna use my magic to help you.
That's right. It's like the nerdy kid.
You-
I'm just
Shun
gonna
me.
I'm just gonna sleep here
You shunned
on,
me for my big hat
on
and my
these
potato sack.
jagged rocks that aren't even comfortable. Even though this whole mountain is lush with greenery, I found the only
I
uncomfortable
love
spot.
the first time
and I'm
that
gonna
you
sleep
see,
on it.
That you see Methuselah, like they're walking up the
Wait,
hill.
wait. I'd like to
and-
say that at this point in the movie, I was so goddamn bored I actually got up and got another Coke. And I never leave the movie for anything.
except for more coke.
No, I've never left the movie for anything. And this time I was like, dude, this is so fucking stupid. I can get up and get a Coke. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to miss anything. And I missed the opening of Methuselah.
Well, the very first second you see Methuselah, he's just standing out in front of his cave, and then he sees the family coming, and he's like, God damn it, I have guests. And he just fucks off back to his cave, and then all of a sudden he's back in the back of the cave, like, just hanging out. Oh, so you've arrived, have you? Damn it.
And then he puts the little boy to sleep. That's the first time I see
totally
him.
jacking it.
When I see Methuselah the first time, I'm like, there's some guy up there. When I see him the second time, I'm like, oh, fuck me. Anthony Hopkins again?
It's...
Dude, he makes the perfect old mysterious
I'm
wizard
so
guy.
goddamn tired of Anthony Hopkins
makes
playing
the
everybody's
perfect-
dad.
I like
Thor's
Anthony
dad.
Hopkins.
He's everybody.
Fuck Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony.
Fuck his stupid fucking face. I hate that fucking guy.
Screw you, dude. I love Anthony Hopkins. I think he's great.
So, Clarice.
I also thought he was good in
Name
the River.
another Clarice.
Clarice.
What the Anthony
Silence
Hopkins.
of the Lambs.
Oh, the Heinekens are getting me. Name another Anthony Hopkins movie that he ever did a good job in. And
Remains of
that
the Day.
Didn't. Oh, Remains of the Day.
Oh, and he did a really good job with that Brad Pitt movie where he was the
Where
dad
he
who had
played
the stroke.
somebody's dad
Joe
that
Black?
was
Meet
really
Joe Black?
old.
No, not Meet Joe Black.
He's in that movie too.
That's-
He was in.
That Brad Pitt movie where he plays somebody's dad.
No, where.
Wasn't that me, Joe Black?
I'm pretty sure that's Meet Joe Black.
No, it's not Meet Joe Black because it takes place and he's got a ranch.
That's
Oh.
Meet Joe Black.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not.
It's
Well, I cannot put my finger on what that movie is. But
that movie was. Oh wow, that was a
Where
wow
Brad
movie.
Pitt gets raped in
Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Fall, where he's like this.
He's real good in Legends of the Fall.
Plays
Yeah.
somebody's dad
And
as
then
Anthony
he
Hopkins.
has the
Oh,
stroke.
he also,
I think that's
hey,
probably the reason why he has to play everybody's
My dad
is
is
because
also
of Legends
Anthony
of the Fall.
Hopkins.
Yeah, and he was great in Legends of the Fall. Screw you.
I fucking hate Anthony Hopkins, and if he's in another movie playing somebody's fucking dad, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Anyways, Pied Piper seed. I want to get to the Pied Piper seed because you plant the Pied Piper seed in the earth, delivered via Anthony Hopkins. It's from the Garden of Eden, and then animals show up because of a path of water or lake.
Well, also the Nephilim don't kill him. That's the first thing that happens.
The Nephilim don't kill Noah.
The Walkers.
Yeah, the Watchers don't kill him because
No,
they're like,
because
oh,
Throw him in the pit and they're gonna leave him there to die, but then the one
I don't
is
have a
like,
problem
you're
with
a
that.
good man and helps him out of there and like helps him escape to the mountain. And then then they find him and they're gonna kill the family and the one that betrayed him, the Watchers, and then Noah plants the seed real quick and then the forest springs up and then all of the Watchers are like, oh, well,
Right,
I
you're
feel
awesome.
fucking dumb.
Yeah, you're awesome now. But why about the animals? I want to talk about the animals because the animals don't make any fucking sense.
they drink the water and then they knoweth to come to Noah.
So, are
Yeah.
they guided by God? Are the animals guided by God or just thirst?
That's a good question, and I'm not going to answer it because I couldn't tell you.
I think they're
Couldn't
guided.
tell ya.
I think they're guided by God because the
I
water
think-
gives them the knowledge to go to the ark.
I believe that they are guided by the power of plot convenience.
So two of them decide to show up. They show up in pairs, right? Male, female. Fine, good and dandy. They know to go to just follow the water, and you'll end up on the ship. Animals, you shall be saved. Unless you sleep next to Kubla Khan, Kane.
Tubal Cain.
Tubal Cain. Because
Well, we
he
don't
will
even get
eat
to
your
that part.
fucking ass.
Well, there you go.
Why,
You just
why
have a
didn't-
little lizard jerky.
Why didn't God guide the animals to just be like, stay the fuck away from that guy?
Because they were passed out by the time he was having jerky snacks in the boat.
Tasty Dino Dog. Where the fuck was Dino Dog on the boat?
Dino Dog didn't make it.
Why? Because the last Vizcayan was shot by a man's arrow?
When they killed one of the animals to get Noah's attention to try to kill him, they should have killed Dino Dog to be like, oh, that's why he didn't make it.
Yeah, because
Because they killed something that looked like a
zebra?
goat, and it was like, well, the goats
Zebra
made
goat?
it.
The ghost made it.
That goat was already pregnant. The other goat was already pregnant. What's going on here?
Yeah, fuck, god damn it. Oh, this movie sucks so bad.
Ah.
What do you guys got
Anyways.
next? Because I'm down to I'm already away to the building weapons instead of a boat.
Oh yeah, that's where we're at. Is that then whatever? Ray Winstone shows up. He mails it in, and then Noah, because you get the part from the preview, was like, "I'm not standing alone," and you're thinking, "Oh, it's gonna be some sort of God thing," but no, it's the fucking giant rock angels things from.
well, wait, we gotta back up.
Never
because
ending story or the. Oh, okay. back
Everybody wants a spouse,
up. Oh, that's. I
and
don't think that's yet. That's not
Noah
yet.
goes
That's
out
not
to
yet. That's
no, because Noah goes out to go find a spouse. That's like the next best thing that happens after all the animals show up.
Well, no. Well, the first introduction of Ray Winstone, and that they can't just take the boat because there's a bunch of rock people there, and so then they make the camp outside, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, we need to find women for our men folk.
Yeah.
And then Noah decides, no, that sucks.
Yeah, he decides that no, there's nobody out there. He gets freaked out, doesn't bring anybody back. So his second
No, it's not that
oldest
there's
son,
nobody out there. He decides that mankind is not deserving of survival.
right? So then he comes back and he's like, "Fuck you guys, we're all gonna die." And oh, thanks. And everybody's like, "Well, thanks a lot, Dick. Like we just spent all this time building this goddamn boat. And now you're telling us we have to die."
No, we're not even there. That's what I'm saying. Was we haven't made it there yet because the people build the fucking camp outside of where he's building the ark.
About a mile away.
I'm thinking 400 feet
Yeah, not very far. Not very far.
because they run
pretty
in
close.
real time. Percy Jackson takes his bitch and runs in real time.
I wouldn't infer so much, like, because there's some shots where Jennifer Connelly gets on top of the mountain and it looks about some ways, and then they run in real time and it takes about like two minutes, but it looks about like half a mile. Well, it's compromised. Half a mile.
Half a mile. Anyway, it's not very far away, and they spend all of the resources and all of the time not building their own boat.
I like the fact that they
Building
show
stuff
up.
that's harder to build.
They show up because of the
On a boat.
animals. Because the animals have all, I've seen the miracles and the animals and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
things
yeah.
of the bullshit, and so now I'm here to say hi to you. And Noah's like, well, I can't talk to you because God's going to flood the earth and destroy you. And
No, that's
kill,
not
kill
exactly
all
how
of
it goes
you.
down. It's like the
And,
one guy, Ray Winstone,
you
shows
will all
up and
die,
he's
so
like,
I've built this raft to save my family, and you can't be part of it. And Ray Winstone's like, thanks for the information, bud. I thought it was just a fucking fortress.
Yeah.
Now you have given me the ability to fucking attack your ass because you're a fucking dumbass. He totally James Bond villained
his
himself.
own, yeah, he did. Well, how the hell else is he supposed to kick so much ass later on?
He doesn't though. Like he can, and then he turns into a total fucking pussy later. and
Are you
can't protect
sure?
the front of the boat.
I thought he was
He kills like 40 people.
He kills like
Yeah.
4 guys.
He's
Oh,
like
no,
got
he's
a
like
rope and then he's got
throwing
an axe or
axes and
whatever.
cutting guys' legs off and smashing heads and just fucking everywhere. He's
Yeah,
like,
dude, he is like the Terminator.
Noah
out in
is
the
a
front of the
bad
boat.
guy. He is a bad guy.
he's
I'm
like
telling you.
fucking He's like Rambo just
These
did
people are
an
just
entire
trying
kilo
to
of
survive.
cocaine.
Just try. Wait, we're all gonna get flooded because why exactly?
Because they followed Cain.
Okay,
They're the descendants of him. They're
they're
inherently
not,
evil.
you don't have to follow him. You don't have to like the girl that gets trampled. She's apparently not inherently. What the fuck did she ever do? And the mom that gets her children pulled away. No, my babies. Why are those people evil? Jennifer Connelly is she Noah's sister?
Well, they're all sort of. That's another thing because there's all the other children.
Fucking Emma Watson. So just by being from the line of Cain, you are inherently evil.
I think that Emma Watson and Jennifer Connelly are implied to be from the line of Adam and Eve's other children who are mostly killed off
Mostly dead
mostly.
because Abel is dead before he can breed. So there's Seth and Cain. That's
No,
it.
they have other children.
They do not.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
Adam has children
With
some of his own kids.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, shit. Like, he bears twins, and they're like, okay, once you get old enough that your
I'm
wiener
really-
starts working, go ahead and stick it in there.
Really good with that.
That's your
whole
twin sister.
We came from monkeys thing right now. Why is there no lock on the door of the boat?
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but
wouldn't
there
it?
wasn't.
Why isn't there? Why is there no lock on the door? Because now I am to infer by storytelling that the boat is able to be attacked by man with their shunts and their tiny swords and their let's just say masses of numbers and with their swords going whack whack whack, and so therefore a lock on the door is not really going to do
Daggers, a lot of daggers.
Yet now the force of the 7 seas all at once impacting the side of the boat, which is a lot more force than all of the men
The
could ever
7
do.
seas, that's nice.
That all of the men on the planet currently could ever do with shiny swords on anything. It survives that real nice. Like just go inside, put the lock on the door.
Well, it's like it's a push, not a pull.
This thing can
Right?
survive.
You know?
Jesus,
Can't come in. You push on it, you're not getting anywhere. Pull on it, opens right up.
Right.
Waterproof.
Right.
Duh.
Why is there no lock on the door? Wow. Just so stupid. I love the secret path up to the side of the boat that only Tubal-Cain can see as well.
I didn't
While
mind that as-
half of his leg is on the fucking ground.
I've seen that's like, let's talk about this like a movie. I've seen movie injuries on legs where you're like, instantaneously when I saw that thing, I was, that thing needs to
That
come
thing's
off.
pretty fucked up. Yeah, you gotta chop that thing off.
Like it wasn't just like, oh, you're gonna get gangrene and die. It was like, you're bleeding out if you don't tourniquet. Chop that and then
burn the shit out
burn
of
the
it.
shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like, that needed to be cauterized. That leg was
Yet he
gone.
can get up the side of the secret path. No
Chop
problem.
a hole in a
Chop a
full
hole.
tree.
That the 7
It was
seas
like a
can't
knife.
crush.
Like he
the
fucking
7 seas can't crush the side of this, but his shitty knife can.
And then when the 7 seas come in,
He's still on the outside of the boat.
something and it like pushes him into the side of the boat hard enough that he sort of like it makes a bigger hole, and he fucking slides in like he just got born from outside. It's like, blah.
I know he eats some
God damn it.
It was
lizards.
like, yeah,
now.
it was like watching a dolphin being born, and like on a kitchen table or something like that.
So
Only
weird.
if I had some
Flops out.
lizards. Holy shit! I got an entire
Sorry.
fucking boat of lizards to eat.
So that apparently doesn't flood the whole fucking
No,
thing.
no, it doesn't.
But that's the problem. Was I forgot to say that we were just talking about all of the angels and the rock angels and Noah killing everybody, and Noah, the Battle of Helm's Deep. Because this is really like 3 movies. The first part was just, like sort of The Road or any other post-apocalyptic film. And then we get Noah, the Battle of Helm's Deep. And at this point, Ray Winstone is in the boat. So now we are at Noah, Cape Fear. How did this guy get on the boat? It's fucking
He's a bad
Cape
guy.
Fear.
It is Cape Fear.
It's
He's
Cape
a bad
Fear
guy. He's not
for a
supposed
long
to be there.
time.
He's not supposed to be there. He doesn't get gangrene. He eats lizards.
He bite head first.
Like a piece of jerky.
He kills
Lizard jerky.
I actually had a real problem with those scenes. Like, I was uncomfortable. I was like, would you just stop eating the animals? Because now you've just eaten whatever that was, which we can't see. And it was like fucking Aronofsky was like, oh, well, I know this is going to make people uncomfortable if it's something sweet, so we're just going to make it really dark and they can't really tell.
I think that there was a couple of problems with that. One, that Percy Jackson was like shocked at first, but then like kept letting him do it. Like at a certain point, character-wise, you're gonna realize this guy's a total dick.
Total douche. Total douche.
No, you need to go tell your dad.
That's not fucking cool, man. What the fuck?
Okay, your dad kind of,
Stop
he
eating
explained
that
it
shit.
to you.
My dad is a total tool. I get that.
I get that, but this guy is worse. I should probably go tell my dad to come kill this guy.
Just kill. He sucks. He fucking sucks. Oh my god. I need you guys to fill in, 'cause the next thing I want to talk about is Noah and what happens after they land.
Okay, so now we get the next movie is that when Noah becomes Joseph Stalin.
Yeah, he fucking totally turns into a douche.
Yeah, because
like
Emma
a
Watson
crazy
becomes
bird.
pregnant
He
with
actually
twins. 'Cause
becomes
we forgot to mention
the worst human being of all time.
that Methuselah, in the wishes of whatever her name is in the movie, who is unnamed in the Old Testament, but
Noah's wife.
Noah's wife, Jennifer Connelly. Methuselah, under her wishes, uses magic to give Emma Watson her ovaries back or whatever part got stabbed.
Yeah.
She can now breed. And they fuck out in the woods.
Then do it.
Then do it. Real nice.
Actually, he didn't, and I think that's kind of funny because you go to that scene and it's like she's sort of overwhelmed and like the trees are like, and then she just sees her boyfriend and she's like, "Fuck me hard."
Like a
and
rabbit.
so it wasn't just that he like gave her the ability to breed, but he was like, "And here's a little Randy on the side."
Oh my god.
Here's some Vicodin or a Viagra for you,
Yeah.
Lady Viagra.
And then he eats a berry and gets hit by a wave.
Yeah, and dies.
I was like, what?
Well, they can't take that geezer with them.
She just got really excited and fucked his brains out. Now all of a sudden she's pregnant,
And then
Noah wants to kill.
Which
that
was
baby.
actually one of the only good scenes when they like show back up and Noah's like, "Where's your brother?" And he's like, "I was supposed to do something," because he was sent out to find his brother.
About that.
He's like, "Oh, so I totally just nailed the shit out of her in the woods and completely forgot what I was doing."
Yeah, sorry. I love where, at the same scene where she's getting boffed, Jennifer Connelly goes up to Methuselah, and again, Methuselah is just up in the cave, sleeping on rocks. Like, did you bring me any berries? Enough with the fucking berries, Methuselah.
Well, at least it worked for the guy that sat
We
in
know
front of
you're
us.
up here just jacking it.
Yeah, like,
But can you please give us the ability to continue the lineage of mankind? Can you please do that? Instead of just taking out your fire sword and burning all of the bad people? What the fuck, Methuselah? You suck. And Methuselah's like, I don't think I shall do that. And she's like, that's, I think, where Jennifer Connelly lost me on it. We're good. But then Noah's like, I'm the hero of this fucking movie and you're not good. What the fuck? I'll kill all of you.
See, in the vein of Jeff and Tucker, if I had made it, I would have double timed the fire sword. Like, Methuselah gives Noah the fire sword, and when all the shit goes down, he's like, guess what?
Lasers.
And it has a disco party. And then
Well,
that's when God is
hold
like,
on.
God forgives the
No,
angels.
hold on.
and
Now
he's
you're
like,
talking about the end of the movie because there is a disco party at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Of this actual
Well,
film.
that's true.
That's true.
Anyway, so yeah, where are we?
So
back
they're on the
boat?
ship. They're on the fucking ship.
And
They
she's
can
knocked
survive the tides of the seven seas. And she's preggers.
She gets sick, and so she's like, "I'm so sick."
Oh,
and then,
fuck! The magic rocks!
And then Jennifer Connelly uses a bay leaf and some spit And she's all, "Yep, you're pregnant." And I was like, why don't I?
Why
just,
does she
like,
know
what-
about that?
How come the EPT costs so much if I can just spit on a bay leaf?
Why would she even know about that though? Like, this is how you test for pregnancy.
You spit on a
Well,
bay
she
leaf.
was a herbalist. You can
Was
tell
she?
Yeah, because she put the
fuck.
birds to sleep with her herbal
that's
medicines.
true.
And then they show her like
Ugh.
going around and making the medicines and shit like that before the boat takes off, and that's what she's doing. She's gathering the herbs. You know, she had that scene where she had all those dried flowers and shit hanging everywhere, and she was going through and picking off of them, and then she's a herbalist.
So again, in 6 generations, give it the benefit of the doubt, 7,000 years, she knows things that we don't.
Well, obviously, the herbalist
Well,
was not a popular
you know what? I
vocation.
am not a scientist, and I am not here to say that the EPT isn't made of bay leaves and spit. You know,
That's true.
That
That's
could
Good
be in
point.
the little
That's a
plastic
really good
container.
point. Really good point.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure.
Jennifer Connelly in a peon stick.
Right now, there could be a huge lawsuit from the EPT against this movie, like, giving away our secrets.
God damn it, that's our bay leaf.
That's fucking patented, bud. You can't do that.
Spit and Bailey. I thought it was just tasty.
She's
She's knocked up. She's
Yeah.
fucking knocked up, and Noah decides, like, I don't even know where it came from.
No, that was-
fuck mankind.
No, that was at the one scene where he went and the two daughters get torn away from the mother. That's when he
that's right.
fully decides
That's
that
right.
mankind
Fuck
does
mankind,
not
'cause
deserve
I
to
saw
live.
my face in the Darth Vader helmet, and
Basically,
I'm evil as
yeah.
well. Fuck you, Noah. Fuck your face. You get these flashes of bullshit. Like, here's the fucking thing about the whole movie.
Any decision that Noah makes on his own
has
isn't a very-
nightmares. Noah fucking has real bad
He has
nightmares.
night terrors.
And all of a sudden, one of them just happened to come true on a fluke. Yeah, bad rainstorm. And because of his night terrors, all of humanity must die. This man is in charge of our destiny because of his bad dreams. At no point does God be like, Noah, hello, is this thing on? Noah, hey, Earth's gonna flood, bud, and everybody needs to die, and you gotta protect those animals. And,
That's what happens in the Old Testament.
Well, it does, but not in the fucking movie.
No.
Noah just sees some blood on the ground and a flower come out of the ground, and that infers that the Earth is bad, and everybody must die.
Yeah.
Carmageddon for all.
Yep. So we
Get on the boat. Once the animals are safe, fuck us. Fuck us. Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck
goes
your face.
He goes
Mom,
real crazy.
Wife, lady.
He's real crazy, and burns up a boat.
He doesn't go crazy. He's a fucking bad person.
Well, by this point, he's
the
raised like
pregnancy
a.
happens, and Noah tells them, if it's a boy, he can live, but if it's a girl, we have to kill it because we can't.
Now, why-
we can't breed the population because
If
all of
it's
us
a
should
boy,
die.
if it's a boy, great. Okay.
Which is like really.
She can still fucking breed, Noah. Are you fucking stupid? They're
Yeah.
gonna fuck again.
That
You
was
gotta kill
that's
her.
the other thing is like at some point somebody's gonna knife you and hump the shit out of mom.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna fucking
It's
happen.
gonna
Noah.
happen.
You are the worst brain trust ever.
Yeah.
Because like they build the fucking escape raft, and how long did that fucking take? Like,
Oh God knows.
she's super preggers the next time you see her. Like, it's
well,
like
she pops
oh.
like 5 minutes later.
Right,
or
so
something
she's
like that.
9 months less than well, according to the 900-year lifespan of a 6th generation Adam and Eve descendant, their gestation period could be 42 days. But she's on the boat for her entire pregnancy.
Yeah, she's. Oh, I didn't even think about that. She.
Yeah,
No,
she is
she
on
She
the
blah, blah.
gestates babies
In 40
40
days,
days.
according to the Bible. Well, according to Darren version of the Bible.
of the Bible.
Right. So she's super preggers, yet they have time to build the
Actually,
escape
it does.
raft.
It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. It quit raining.
Oh, that's
right.
true.
There's
Rained for 40
indeterminate,
days.
and then it
Dove.
shows Noah's hair get real
the
long.
dove went out for like while.
That was later, but his hair gets real long, so it has been a while.
Yeah,
They've been in the
it
boat
has
for a
been.
long time.
They've been in the boat. So they have time to build an escape raft. Noah wants to kill the child. Does he never go, hey, what are they going to do with that escape raft? I bet you they're not going to escape with the escape
and
raft.
they have time to load
Kill her
everything.
now, Noah. Just go into the sleep. If this is what you want to do, she's snoozing. Piranha. Which leads me to my next point. Which
Piranha,
is
huh?
totally not relevant to this. Yes, Piranha. To this, Emma Watson being pregnant at all. So, the seven seas, the tides of the seven seas, and watch out there, we're gonna need a bigger boat. What happens to the freshwater fish? What do you do with the piranhas?
Freshwater fish, for a large portion, can make it into something like trout and all
40 days and 40 nights of rain.
Well, I'm not a scientist, but like a steelhead is a rainbow trout that goes out to ocean.
Sure enough, but what about the rainbow trout?
If they're in
And
the
the
ocean,
piranha.
yeah, but
Yeah, but-
they go out to ocean.
Those ones do.
No, if a rainbow trout goes into the ocean, it will become bigger, and then it becomes a steelhead because there's more food in the ocean.
What about a piranha?
What about a piranha? They're already in the fucking ocean.
No, they're not. They live in the fucking Amazon, dude.
Piranhas are...
Live in the fucking... what the fuck, dude?
Dude, you are not a biologist.
Amazon. You float down the Amazon.
That's where I
you
go
get eaten by
shopping.
piranhas.
Oh, piranhas, yeah, I'm thinking of barracudas.
Yeah, barracuda.
Won't ya? Barracuda.
She wins!
Dun, dun,
First
dun.
person to break into song.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah, they need an aquarium, but they don't have one. So anyways, moving back to Emma Watson. So she's pregnant. They built a boat out of flammable materials.
Out of the other part of the boat is all I can figure. So, like, what happened to that part of the boat?
Yeah, exactly.
That was the shitter area.
We're all sinking now. Great, thanks for that.
Well, maybe they took
But
down
it had to
some
take some
stables or
time.
something.
Meanwhile, they like show Russell Crowe like kind of like grumbling in the background, like, so when are they leaving? Why the fuck are you letting them leave,
Well,
you
this
stupid
is-
bastard?
this is when we get to-
Here's a hole in your whole plan,
This
buddy.
is when we get to Noah, the aviator. Because at this point, he's letting his fingernails grow, and he's pissing in jars. Because he's gotten plum nuts!
Wow.
That is true.
Holy shit, I never made that connection.
Wow.
There is...
Oh my
we've
god,
got
Sam, that is
such-
just so awesome.
We've got such a long ways to go. This might be a two-parter because I've really got to pee. What the fuck, dude? We haven't even talked about the best part of the movie yet.
And at this point in the movie, I would just like to say, I'm like, all right, like, it's been at least 40 days, you know, and this movie's gonna be over soon.
No.
So-
I thought it was going to be over before it became Cape Fear.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah,
episode
I
is
thought, like,
just
okay, as soon as
just
this
like
boat
Noah.
takes off, right, like, credits.
I thought that,
This movie's
Battle
getting-
of Helm's Deep was the climax.
Yeah,
Water
because
was the
this movie-
denouement.
this
and
movie's
it was
getting-
going to be over.
Yeah, this movie's getting really fucking long, and I'm like, okay, I'm out of popcorn now, but I'm pretty sure this is the end of the movie. And I didn't get up to get any more popcorn because every 5 minutes I thought, and this is it.
This is going to be it.
Well, needless
And
to
I
say,
don't want to miss the very end.
Emma Watson spits out two girls.
Oh, yeah. Twins, just what...
And twins. Coors Light. First campaign ever. Noah decides to not kill them. He stays his hand, per se.
Well, he's got the knife up right next to the kid's head, and I'm like, oh my god, he's going to
uncomfortably close to
stab.
that kid's head.
It's going to be a baby stabbing right in the head.
Yeah, I'm really glad they didn't pull the trigger on that one.
And those babies looked weird.
Either way, Noah goes, I can't do it, God. I don't have the ability. Why the fuck does God want you to kill those babies, you stupid asshole? He just
I
put you
think
on a fucking boat to save
when
all of everything.
Everybody
you
else
fuck.
realized when it was twins that it was like, okay, bud, that's your other sign.
Our greatest, the
Yeah,
greatest thing that we have is compassion. That is what makes us perfect. You fucking prick, Noah. Compassion. You hear me? Microphone, Noah? Asshole. God, I hate Noah.
Well, he did explain that later. But Was that before or after?
But not before they crash land on. Because
No, that was afterwards.
She hit. No, they hit the rock right as
that's
she
where
spit
it
the
really
kids out.
becomes Cape Fear, because the whatever you call those things, it's a boat tool that has a spike and a hook that you use for grabbing a dock and pulling the boat in.
Oh shit! What are those called?
I don't know what they're called.
The McGillicuddies.
But the fight in this movie involves that, as does the end of Cape
I think
Fear.
they're actually just called the dock hook.
The dock hook. Anyway, they both have that, and that works out nice. However, he doesn't kill Ray Winstone with the
Kubla Khan.
Tubal cane.
Now has
Might as well be.
now has a healed up leg.
He
and
can
he's gonna
jump. He
kill
jumps
Noah.
like 6 feet.
I left to just get out of the theater at this point. I didn't even make an excuse about popcorn or soda. I just left because I just needed a break. I just went outside of the theater and just stood there and looked at movie posters just so I could look at something else for about 5 minutes.
It was only 2 hours and 18 minutes long. It seemed longer.
Super long. Super long.
So yeah, there's a bunch of bullshit, and eventually Percy Jackson goes ahead.
No, it blows up the escape raft.
Right. Oh,
With the magic rocks.
Fuck, because it's made out of flammable materials.
Oh yeah,
Justin's
he
getting
did that.
naked here in the studio.
Nobody cares.
It's
hot in here.
Well, anyway, Percy Jackson kills Ray Winstone, and
Can we please get to the best part of the movie? We are.
they finally land.
We're at a $1.05 right
They
now.
Yeah,
finally
we need
land.
The best part of the whole fucking movie.
And then it shows Russell Crowe grab a grape, and then Russell Crowe
Crushes the grape.
crushes the grape, and then Russell Crowe pulls the ultimate plank in the history of planking.
Back up. Russell Crowe crushes a grape, drinks the grape, does the worst front end fall over of a drunk person because he's drinking a grape, a chalice full of grapes. Why does he have a chalice?
Oh, he had a bunch of fucking. He's got like pots of this shit, and he's sitting in a cave.
I'm so
and
mad
he
at myself for my betrayal of humanity. I'm
And
gonna
it's
get
lucky that
shit-faced on grapes that instantly ferment.
Yeah, and
Instantly
these
ferment.
grapes are right next to the cave.
Right
he doesn't
next
even have to go
right
very
next
far.
to the beach, right next to the cave. He has got Frankie
It
and
is-
Annette Party Central.
He's at Party Central, and I will tell you what, Noah
Disco
knows how to
go-go.
party.
Oh my god, he knows how to party. Actually, he doesn't, because I never want to go to a Noah party because it's too out of fucking control.
It is. It's
if
all
he's
over.
having that type of party by himself,
He's
fuck
just
me.
like
You get 3
gurgling.
of those guys.
Oh yeah,
Holy shit, we're
Just-
all gonna die.
just
So we see him
all
fall
over his
forward.
face.
And then the very next shot is a backed up shot, right? It's like a
I think something
Scenic
happens
shot of the
between it, but
cave.
we've all forgot what happened
Oh,
between
they
him
go
getting
to like
shit-faced.
Jennifer Connelly tilling the land.
yeah, and they're like, oh, your father, blah blah blah. Anyway, so that's not important.
No.
So what's important is that they go to this panorama shot, and you just see Russell Crowe,
And he's naked
butt
planking.
ass naked,
Sharon,
planking,
Sharon versus pants.
and me,
Why'd you
Justin,
take his
and
pants
Sam start laughing hysterically in the theater.
Why is he naked?
And it wasn't just that he was it was like Russell Crowe naked planked the movie Noah.
Yeah,
He has his arms at his
his
sides.
decision. Like, I'm gonna plank the fucking shit out of this. I'm out at this point. This is stupid.
Well,
I'm
he's-
planking this movie.
Completely face down in the rocks.
He is in the rocks.
His arms are at his sides, and he's rigid. He is planking the movie Noah. There's no one drunk who just like goes, whoop, and then falls over forwards into the sand and then just stays there.
Here's
Yep.
the shittiest part of this movie is they cut the best part of this movie. What the fuck happened between him falling over and him being planked on the ground?
naked.
Like, what kind of fucking party did he have?
Oh,
by
it would have been
himself?
awesome to just like
And
watch.
the guy in
Noah,
front of
like,
us during this film turned around and glared at us like,
Oh, fuck, it was
this is
so
a serious
ridiculous.
movie, and I'm like,
So
really?
ridiculous. Where's his pants, mister? Sir, serious?
Where's his anything?
Where's his pants?
And then all of a sudden these fucking kids are there, like,
Yeah, oh, cover him up. Oh, that's just.
oh god,
Now,
Frankie
now,
Crowe.
I will admit that at the end of the Noah chapter in the Bible, he does get drunk.
He
does
discovers
get drunk.
Noah invents wine.
You're right. He invents wine, which is all fine and good.
But in the end
Why
of
did
the
he
chapter,
take his pants off?
He was in his tent naked, and then Ham goes into the tent and discovers him hanging out naked, drunk, and then he curses Ham's son instead of Ham, like, "Oh, fuck your kid," and then. That's a bad deal, I guess. It's just a mess.
So,
the whole thing is a mess.
So the best part of the movie gets cut, but still it leaves
the funniest thing I've seen in
the
10 years.
funniest
I
butt
was
scene I've ever
instantly
seen.
reinvested in this movie at Naked Plank
It went
Man.
from a 0 to a 100. Like,
yeah, I was like,
instantly.
oh my god, Naked Plank Man!
Because after they dry you
So
out,
silly.
it's like they've hung you on a clothesline for about an hour, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to have this widely emotional shot of
Like he's
the
given up
fallen
on
man,
it all.
but it's not that. It's Russell Crowe naked, face down on the beach, and
That
it's
guy
fucking
had
hilarious.
a fucking party, man. He had a fucking party. What kind of
I
party
love
was
that part. That was my favorite
Oh,
part
absolutely,
of the movie.
absolutely.
That was the only good
Because
part
it
of the
takes
movie.
you a second, and you're like, that is a naked Russell Crowe with his ass up in the air, and you're like,
So they throw a parade after that, like, or Ham fucks off. Ham goes to wherever.
Percy Jackson.
Maybe he creates the Indians. Who's to say? Who's to
I
fucking
don't
say?
remember what
He's a
happens in
Nephi.
the Curse of Ham.
Curse of Ham. I know what happens to the Curse of Ham. My toilet gets really ruined the day after Christmas.
And that's something that I've always been curious about.
Oh yeah,
Because I need to go back and read that again. Because it's been like
some Curse of Ham right now.
it's been like fucking 20 years since I've read the Old Testament, but
Curse of Ham is really not very interesting because Ham just kind of fucks off. That's
But
what happens, but Ham fucks off.
is the reason that
There's
the
no
Jews
Curse of Ham.
don't eat ham?
Nope,
Okay.
nope, not that at all. But
All right.
because
nope, not
I think
related.
they don't eat it because they consider
Because-
a pig a dirty
because
animal.
Well, it used to be poisonous.
The Yiddish
Trichinosis used to just get into
the
everything. They
Yiddish
couldn't
word,
cook it right.
the Yiddish word for ham, believe it or not, is not ham.
Huh.
Huh? How about that?
How about it? Anyway.
So
Onward,
they have a
gentlemen.
Noah parade. They plant the flag. They fucking stab the U.S.
So,
flag on
no,
the
they
fucking
actually,
moon.
no, it's like it's a flag of a gong.
It's an intervention.
Anyway, the
Yeah,
flag, they're
it
like,
might be an intervention. Noah,
They-
you've had enough. Let's do something.
there wasn't anything about putting any flags on the boat to begin with, so
No.
you assume that this is a new flag, but it's all tattered, like
It's shitty.
shitty.
Shitty
So
flag.
Noah's like, "All right, wife, now that we're back in
Now we
good
should
terms,
fuck.
you should."
And everybody
okay,
should
wait, give me a blowjob,
hump and
and then after that,
Be
go make
good.
me a flag, and then tatter the shit out of it, and put it over there.
Because if we do and stab it in the ground, the sun will explode 7 times. Why did the sun explode?
That was the rainbow. That's the pact of Noah and God.
No,
God
a
will never-
rainbow shows up. This was the sun, and it
It-
7 times.
Yeah,
Not a rainbow.
Not a
it
rainbow.
just fucking exploded.
which the rainbow.
But
I thought
he
in
has
Old
the snake
Testament
thing
shows
at
up
the
after
last
the rain
scene.
stops.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he brings the fucking snake skin back and gives it to fucking.
No, he wraps it around his own arm
And
and,
it
then
becomes
he
magic
touches
again.
Oh,
each one of the new babies.
Why?
So that he can reintroduce the evil that he just cleansed from the fucking earth.
Noah. Fuck, what a douche. What a fucking douche. He sucks as a character in this movie. Purely just in this movie. Worst protagonist of all time. I want to say a couple things now that we've got to the end of the movie. So the Watchers can't return to heaven, right?
They can't
At
until
all.
they've sacrificed themselves for
Until
God purpose.
they
God's
reach
purpose.
a kill count.
Oh, that's true.
They have to reach a kill count. They have to Rambo the fuck out. They can't just do nice things for humankind and then go back to heaven. They have to reach a kill count.
I also liked that they made they were both defensive and offensive.
Oh yeah.
In reality, like the people are charging or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They were just
If
trying to
you-
save their own lives.
Yeah,
because the
if
fucking
you-
flood is coming.
We're up against what that looked like. Okay, we've got to make it through a 20-foot tall rock monster that's held together by other rock monsters in chains, and they're still able to swing 4 arms with hammers. I'd be like, you know what? I'm a pretty good swimmer.
I would have started climbing a tree.
I probably would have been the first guy to have been like, we should build also a raft.
Yeah.
Like, what happens to the people, because Earth is covered. Earth is covered by bad men. Some of them are living on shores. Some of them are fishermen, per se.
Yeah, that would
Seas
be...
are filled with shit. They have boats. What happened to those guys?
Yeah.
Well, the geysers came up, according to this movie, and blasted their boat.
It's fucking Waterworld. It's worse than Waterworld. I am willing to say...
I would watch Waterworld again, and I've seen Waterworld about 6 times. I will never watch this movie again.
I would say...
If I had the choice between Waterworld and Noah, I would go back to Noah, because I like the planking scene.
Wow. Huh.
Well, I just fast forward it to the planking scene.
I think that and I said this as soon as I got out of the movie, the only movie I've ever seen in the theater that is worse than Noah is Swordfish. Nobody contests that Swordfish is a terrible movie. This is contested as a terrible movie. This is the second worst one that I've ever seen in my life in the theater. Now,
I think this is up there with Air Force One.
Air Force One's a better movie.
It is. And now, this is not. This is something that I came up with after we talked about the worst movie that I've ever seen in a theater, or that we've ever seen in a theater. Is it worse than Titanic?
Yes.
Really? You're able to answer that quickly, because Titanic is really bad.
I like Titanic better than I like
I'm
Noah.
the king of the world.
I am with Jackie. Bill Paxton. Bill motherfucking Paxton.
Blowing a line.
Ring ding ding. Billy Zane. Ring ding 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 ding. Bad acting, and you go into it knowing that it's fucking like, oh my god, we're in for a fucking ride of bullshit.
The pinnacle of
Noah,
Titanic.
you're like, you don't even know what you're fucking getting with Noah, like, oh my god damn it, this is terrible.
Yeah, but
it's borderline unviewable.
Yeah, but
I don't know that I'll ever find out, because one, I will never watch either film ever again. Either film ever again.
Wait. I've got to say this. The pinnacle part of Noah was the ass planking.
Mm.
And
the pinnacle part of Titanic is the guy falling off the boat and hitting his head on the propeller on the way down.
Yeah, and I laughed really hard when that happened. Everybody glared at me in the theater like, you are an unsophisticated asshole. And I was like, how can you not laugh?
Okay, I gotta wrap this shit up, B. Would you recommend it?
Don't go.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up?
Yep.
One time.
Big time.
If you watch Titanic, watch this movie.
You gotta go. No, I think I would do Noah again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I actually really fucking liked how bad it was. I think it's a great time.
The one thing I have to mention before we leave, is that, did you guys notice how spitty Jennifer Connelly got in that one scene?
Oh, she was fucking
Yeah.
She was so spitty that I was looking at the hair on the back of the head. I'm thinking that was the stand-in. I'm thinking that Russell Crowe got so spit on during the filming of that scene that he's like, Chuck, you're in. I'm done here. Taking 3 showers in 5 minutes. I'm out.
Anybody got anything else?
Go naked plank.
And now I shall command you, the heathens, the men of ill report, the men of flaccid penises, get thee to the chopper!